I think Pizza and Chewy are really good at working together, um, like healing each other, syncing up ferocious bites and taking out targets. And then Big Morin is always his saps are always on point, always on point. Like he got I think 3 saps on healers during mid fights that game, last game, which is just insane.
I have to say that going off of your comment right there, that I think probably Big Moran is the best positioned rogue in the bracket.
I could not agree more.
He's always seems to be in the right spot at the right time. And to be fair, that totally accommodates and is reliant on the rest of his team putting him in situations where he can make those plays. So let's look at what's going to happen the first 3 minutes of this game. I'm expecting a quick cap here. I would favor it to skill ratio. Let's see if they can get that wall going in the early mid-fight. Moran sitting on the back line looking to open here, but a lot of
Oh,
damage going to Sergeant
Pizza!
Pizza. He displaces out with 400 health, 800 health, barely getting topped off. He's got Zerker. The Rogue opened on that too. They're going to go punish the Rogue here. That means Dark Chewy knows the Rogue's in midfield. He's going to have an early pick, and skill ratio is winning midfield right now. Exactly what we were talking about earlier, Tassel, where they're winning midfield and they have objectives in a better situation.
Yeah, when they win midfield, usually they're able to keep it. Last game it was kind of back and forth the whole time, but I think we'll see a lot of domination from skill ratio this game. Just like you said, the first 2 minutes can really determine the outcome of a game. And Dark Chew with that early pick, we'll see if they're able to pick off Rula this time. I think if they're able to hold their mid pressure, they definitely will be able to take out Rula. Rula picks, and right off the bat, Agent Grizzle's already there to start pumping in damage. She displaced her early. Are boots up? No. So Rula's actually, she could get sandwich here.
DR Tran is barely going to make it here. It looks like JCM has position on the tunnel. They're going to run out here, but SR are very close to contesting. We may see a charge or something go onto him. And immediately, Dark Tree is getting sapped in the midfield. And a Star Surge opener, and look for the resap here. The resap into the Star Surge, another sap off that. So a great opener. I think they get Chewy's AGM there, so
Wow.
a really good look for JCM there. And a great job by Haas getting that sap for the second Star Surge there. Really clean opener onto Dark Chewy, honestly, even though the RNG crits were not in their favor there.
I think either way, getting that AGM, that's a once a BG cooldown, and that is crucial for FCs to save themselves. Now that that's down, they have a much better chance of actually dropping Dark Chewy.
And yeah, we're going back into this mid-fight right now. Dark Chewy's got to be a little more cautious now. He doesn't have some of those CDs to play with. Rula, both FCs helping in the heals in the midfield. Both teams pretty much at full strength, even though Trash Glamour is coming off a res right now, trying to regroup into the team. So JCM's just got to keep everyone up until Trash Glamour gets there. Rula's taking this time to get himself on top of the GY. He's going up tunnel right now. So JCM feels like they are going to get pushed on relatively hard here. Dark Chewy's playing mid, but at this point, Ramp Dweller's in the back. Dark Chewy's in combat. He's not going to be able to get some sap openers or anything like that. We'll have to see how they use Ramp Dweller here. I'm actually very curious, since Chewy's playing this way, how they're going to use Ramp Dweller to get JCM out of this situation.
Look at Big Morin right now. He's actually he's sapping Pseudo Wudo off of res to keep him from healing his team mid. It's stuff like that, like where just like Big Morin, like it just shows how good he is at utilizing all the rogues' sap and all their utility. That's why skill ratio is able to push up like this, because they were down a healer for about 10 seconds because of Big Morin saps, and now they're stuck in GY.
Absolutely. That was a great job. It just bought his team some time to keep their momentum going. So skill ratio in the GY here. But this is a curious situation that we've seen multiple times in this tournament. A team could be deep in the GY, but at the same time, a huge blood off silence onto some of the backline healers from skill ratio, but they are okay. So we'll watch how skill ratio plays this in the GY, because it's an easy position for the opposing team to dive in FC, and Dark Chewy is electing to play in the midfield right now. So Agent Grizzle going up the tunnel, and Big Moran's going to follow. They're looking to get a backside setup here, but we'll look and see if JCM is going to push out here and recognize the Hunter Rogues breaking off.
Either way, if they do make them drop down and skill ratio is able to utilize that kind of discord when they're like, oh crap, our FC's dropping, they might be able to land a kill and then push all the way up. Rula will be forced to drop, and then with a few people down, they might be able to drop Rula and get a return. Right now, I think skill ratio has the advantage in terms of positioning.
And just by the threat alone of Agent Grizzle standing up top, and not knowing where the rogue is. Rula jumps down. To be honest with you, I'm not sure I like that decision. But I would not be surprised now if SR capitalizes on that and a full sap onto Rula. Look for the resap. They're pushing in here. Everyone's up for skill ratio. A charge onto Curly, trying to keep him back, and full saps do go off. Will Rula catch the rogue out? And the rogue does open. A blood all silence onto him and Pseudo Wudo. Curly rolls you rolling in here, getting barrels in the back line. Cancer keeping himself up barely, but Moran goes down at the same time.
Agent Grizzle's
and
on
now
him.
we see some backside pressure.
Half health, he's going
from
down.
Grizzle.
Oh, man.
Stars
was
are
close.
just getting pumped into him. Can JCM clean up some of these DPS? Because huge blood off silence here. Good war stomp, keeping these guys at bay. The displacer coming out, though, and it looks like it's going to be trouble here for Rula. SR just has way too much momentum, and JCM's doing everything they can to keep him up. Rula at half health, but Dark Chewy getting opened on as well, too. The Star Surge and the Rogue Opener keeping Dark Chewy at bay right now, and his team's pushed in. They have to respect the fact that his FC's getting open on, and Cowgirl Swag just hard casting right now into Dark Chewy. Going in right now, getting some points, and Wuxu Yang coming in, trying to clean this up as well with Trash Glamour, and they're turning this around, and with a few DPS down here, Pizza most notably, I think Dark Chewy may go down here, 1,600 health, 1,400
Dark
health.
Chewy drops.
Do get the return on with the return. Oh my gosh, what a turnaround. Good counter pressure.
That could be a cap by JCM.
We'll have to see what happens here. SR's almost completely wiped in the GY.
Yeah, Zyron's definitely going to go down there. That's going to be a cap for JCM again, and there's 8 minutes left still. Wow. That was a great counter push there by JCM. Turning there.
Really good counter push. It was scary there for Rula, because if they wouldn't have done that counter push, if they wouldn't have done that a second later, and Rula could have been dead, because they had everyone on the game of skill ratio tunneling into him. Even though Haas went down on that opener, just great job getting his team out of the pressure.
Yeah, you got to give it out to Ezron as well for the click. That was a great click by Ezron.
Absolutely, having the presence of mind of being able to disengage in and swoop that up. But look at this. Moran already sapping Rula, already getting sap control. He's on the top of the GY. Moran's already causing havoc for Rula, trying to get this flag across. And Dark Chewy is already coming up their ramp. So the FCs, position-wise, have a huge advantage. Moran stalking him across the field here. DR Tran is escorting him. In the midfield fight as well, too, we see Bait Goblin going down, so skill ratio finding momentum there with a priest kill, and Dr. Tran escorting the FC at this point. They're one healing mid. Trash Glamour taking a lot of damage. Wuxu Yang going down. Trash Glamour's going to go down. And Dark Tree has this pick, so the transition is totally in favor of skill ratio right now. This is going to be interesting how this goes. This could be the wall we're talking about, where they just come out and quick cap.
We got a disconnect on JCM's side. That's no good. We'll see how JCM can deal with that. They have 7 minutes, and they probably will be with 9 people for the rest of this game. We'll see. I did see, I believe, Cowgirl Swag breaking off with the flag, but she got picked out there. Boom, dead. Now, this is really dangerous for Oh, Asian Girl Swag just reconnected there. Okay, glad. Very glad. So they have a Pseudo Wudo and Cowgirl down. That's a lot of their mid presence. So I think skill ratio definitely has the advantage here. They're pushing all the way up to tunnel. Looks like they're going to go for a big escort here.
I think this is a cap right here.
Yeah?
And that's what we're talking about. Skill ratio just does a great job walling people off in transition plays.
Yep, that's a cap.
Moran alone, yeah, great transition by skill ratio there. And that's totally the leadership of Pizza. And just they have a great understanding of how they play. They got off a full wipe. Their FC died. Everyone on their team died. They get back in midfield. They land a few kills. Moran's saps caused the Shaman to feel like he had to linger around the FC. 2 healing mid, SR lands a few kills, and then they push up and they wall off for Dark Chewy. Easy cap by skill ratio.
Great play by them. There's still 6 minutes left, so it still is anyone's game. We could see that same kind of play from JCM perhaps with a quick cap. Only time will tell though. Dr. Trent taking very low, instantly dies there. So skill ratio definitely with the mid control.
Absolutely, and right now I think JCM is thrown for a loop between the short DC by, I believe, Asian Girl Swag. They haven't been able to recover here in midfield. They're trying to get themselves grouped again. It's a 1-1 game, and Dark Chewy's going to have this pick relatively soon. Getting that pick right now, and he's coming out tunnel. His team feels like he can hold tunnel for him. With the healer and the FC down, honestly, this is probably another cap for skill ratio. which, to be fair, really doesn't mean much at this point unless they elect to hold the flag in their base and not cap this flag and go for the flag control.
Yeah,
Something that, coming from a high-caliber team like this, you might see happen, but maybe they feel like they can go for the 3-0. It's going to be interesting to see how they play this out.
I think that would be the first, or no, that would be one of the only 3-0s of this Twink Cup. Wow. I don't think we'll see a 3-0 here. I think they'll probably hold the flag for a bit. Rampdrawler's stalking Chewy at this point, probably going to sap him, I would think. Maybe not. I wouldn't, because he would give away his positioning. Dark Chewy thrashing, Rampdrawler turns around here, and I think, yeah, skill ratio still doing... Oh no, skill ratio is actually dropping a bit. They kind of backed off. I would assume Chewy would hold it for a bit.
And they land a kill on Maniac, so they're probably going to try to push up for position here.
Chewy just capped.
The thing to watch, though, is one of the main reasons that SR is losing mid right now is Pizza's elected to go off in Boomkin and stealth up the ramp to get this pick. So you have to understand there's a rhyme and a reason for why things happen, and they're losing midfield because their main leader is out of midfield, their biggest DPS. But JCM, with 4 minutes left, are going to be in a position where they can turn this around.
I think if Pizza's able to get back to his team, skill ratio will win. I think if he gets picked off, JCM will win, but we'll see, because right now JCM has the best position. They can probably keep skill ratio stuck in their GY for a bit. I think I see, 2 people going up for a pick. Yep. Okay, so we'll see how this plays out. This is definitely an interesting game.
And we see that Rula coming out tunnel here. JCM has control. Sergeant Pizza coming on the ramp here. They see Dark Chewy, and they're electing not to pass because they don't know where the stealthies
Can
are.
Rampdrawler get this
they
sap?
They might go for it here. It is going to be close. They go for the sap right now, so they know the rogue's here, and they sap Chewy right off of that. And a resap onto... Oh, no resap
Displacer.
here. So the opener, Sergeant Pizza, he's going into the team, but he's getting cut off by JCM.
Oh, man.
Here. So they have the numbers. They've got to be quick here. The Displacer's down. Cowgirl Swag chasing after Sergeant Pizza. They have to be efficient here because they have the flag control. And they haven't blocked their ramp.
Dark Chewy just gets
Cowgirl
dropped.
Swag already on him.
Dark Chewy's down. Sergeant it's
Pizza
all up to Pizza.
Up. And right now, one Boomkin playing defensive, one playing offensive, and he's staying in front of Cowgirl Swag right now. Will they have someone over on the GY side to contest this? Because Grizzle's over there. Ezran and Asian Girl Swag getting over here. The Displacer's not up.
AGM down.
Off, and Ezran will turn, though.
That is a cap.
Hang on, folks. Hang on. Rula's going in for the cap here, but would they cap it right away? That's the real question. It looks like they are going to go for it, but look at this. I would not be overly surprised if we see another quick cap.
Wow.
We've just seen this game go back and forth in the midfield, and now look what's going on. Both Druids for JCM are in their base, and we can see that Ezran and Asian Girl Swag are trying to abandon mid, really getting the stealth off. So that's a lot of presence out of midfield to try to secure this pick. So skill ratio is going to win midfield here.
This is just so back and forth.
Sap control.
It's quick cap, and then they start to get mid pressure, and then the other team quick capped, and now skill ratio is mid pressure again. So perhaps skill ratio will get another quick cap, but I do not think JCM will let that happen. We see Rula and Ezran both going to defend their flag, it looks like. Yeah.
This is trouble. I'll tell you what, this is
grab
trouble
the flag,
here for
sorry.
JCM because
Ezran's grabbing the flag.
Walling them off pretty well.
Ezran's very, very low.
Yeah,
Rula's going up tunnel. He'll be fine. This is going to be a very close game. Skill ratio knows. It looks like they're all going for a cutoff here.
Ezran going to roof as well, too. So the question is, they are going to get the pass off to Rula. Where are his options to go out here with 1:10 left? We know what can happen in just a few seconds here. Sergeant Pizza in the base, sitting here, cutting down below. It looks like he's going to have to go up, maybe help his team push here. Dark Chewy trying to go up, but he's getting opened
Dark
on.
Chewy's very low.
Is nearby, though, so Ezran's going to elect to stay up there, and I like that decision. Cowgirl Swag trying to make it up to the roof, so they know Pizza's down below, and Cowgirl Swag barely staying alive. They're popping the Displacer here, so Pizza has to go back, and Pizza is going to
Dark Chewy's got a Hunter on him. He's very low. It's Displacer, and Wangman's actually out there, and so is all of JCM. He's stuck. Dark Chewy's stuck. He's probably going to go down here. There's AGM, I think.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
If he goes...
Great war stomp there.
This is great. And to keep him up, because I don't even know if there's enough time left in the game now to make something happen.
Oh, my lord.
Curly's coming up to the roof right now. Dark Chewy's taking damage. I don't even think there's enough time in the books left for skill ratio to win this game. Dark Chewy's trying to go up the tunnel right now. The Displacer, but he's charged immediately. Rula taking damage on roof. He's just trying to hold out as long as he can. Dark Chewy with 7 seconds trying to make it to the flag room, but Rula getting opened on. He's gonna be fine. A 2-0
GG,
sweep
wow.
here. Oh my gosh.
Both games were literally down to the wire. That was awesome. Great performance by both teams there.